So you found the perfect bass guitar to buy, and now you're asking yourself, is that all I need? The answer is nope. And we're going to talk about the reasons why you need to get a few more things right now. Hi everybody, I'm Jose and welcome to Bass Chops for Beginners. This is installment or episode number 6, okay? And today we're going to do something different. At the very beginning we were talking a lot about things to look out for when you are trying to buy your very first bass guitar. And now that we've gone through a couple of episodes to talk about those things, we can always revisit some of those things if you want to later on down. But I wanted to switch gears and start talking to you about things that you absolutely must have. You gotta have it. It's just not enough going to the store and buying a guitar and bringing it home. You need a couple more things. So today we're going to talk about 5 things, 5 very important things that I consider must-haves. The actual list is a little bit longer than 5, but I'm just going to stick to 5 things per episode just to keep it nice and short. And obviously, when I do another episode of this, I'll just continue with the list with another 5, okay? So this week we're going to talk about tuners and how there are really 3 kinds to work with depending on your philosophy of use. We're also going to talk about guitar straps and the importance of having it. Got to have a guitar stand, no doubt. And I'm going to talk to you about guitar cables. And the one that's probably going to take the longest to explain, but I'll be very brief about it, is a bass amp. You got to have something to plug this wonderful brand new instrument into. There are several to choose from. In fact, I'm going to talk about 10 that you can keep your eye out for. These are excellent beginner amplifiers. They're not that much. In fact, they all clock in at less than $100, so it'll be fantastic. All right, so let's start with item number 1. You're going to want to get a tuner, right? You've heard me say it at the end of every video, tune it or die. I mean it. Tune it or die, because nothing irritates everybody in the universe than a guitar that's not in tune. Doesn't matter if it's a bass, a 6-string, so on and so forth. It's got to be in tune, guys. And so I've had the 3 main varieties, and they each serve a purpose. So the first one I want to talk to you, and when I describe these items, they're not in any kind of category of best to worst. No, they're just different. So the price is going to range anywhere from free, which is nice, to about $100 for a tuner. Okay. So we'll just start with the one that I spoke of at a previous episode. And that is a app that you can download on the internet. It's by Boss, and it's the TU3. It's the virtual version of this tuner that you can get. You can put it on your phone. It's really handy dandy. You don't have to lug another tuner around. It is fairly accurate, and you can use that to tune your bass guitar with for free. You just need a cell phone, obviously. The real version of this tuner is about $100, and it looks exactly like it does on the app. It's a metal box, quite a bit heavier, and it's quite a bit more expensive. But it has more capabilities on it. If you want a little bit more sophistication and something that you're going to have there with you, you can definitely go with the real version. It's the TU3. Boss Company, who makes the TU3, also makes the TU01. This particular tuner is very basic. It's very inexpensive. In fact, it's I believe it's in the $20 to $25 range. It doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles on it, but yet we don't really care about that right now. We just want to be able to tune it and then move on if you're budget conscious, and who isn't. And you really don't have the ability to get the phone amp for whatever reason, it's fine. You can actually go and purchase a very inexpensive tuner made by that same company. One that I have, and it's up there right now, it's the TU12. TU12 was really good because it was capable of allowing you to do different tunings other than standard. In other words, if I needed to do something in half a step drop tuning, I could actually flip a switch on there and it would tune everything half a step down accurately, or a full step down, so on and so forth. So it was really adaptive. It actually worked great on guitars, regular guitars as well. I liked it. It also had the dual power source. The other one, the first one that I spoke of, the TU01, I believe that one's only battery powered. The TU12, not only does it run off of a 9-volt battery, but you can actually plug it in to a wall outlet and run it that way. The disadvantage to this type here is that you have to put it on a music stand, or maybe if you can leave it on the floor as it's plugged in, but you have to reach down there and make your changes if you need to, or to turn it on or off. It does have a pass-through feature. Most of these do, where you plug in your instrument on one side and then with another guitar cable from there, from the tuner, you can go straight to your amp. So it's always in line and you can use it whenever you need to. It won't interrupt the signal flow while you're using it. Again, the disadvantage for me for using the TU12 is that I had to put it somewhere. And it wasn't, I had to switch it on and off. I had to physically come into contact with it with my hands to do things. It wasn't really conducive to fast tuning if I was in the middle of a set or so on and so forth. But it was really good. I still have it. If you can find one, good luck. They are about $80, the TU12. The newest one that I got, and you see that in nearly all of my videos, is the Click. The Click is really cool because it's really rugged. I like the way it looks. It's very slim. It doesn't take up a lot of space. And it's the kind of tuner that it can reside on the floor next to your feet. And you simply plug into it. And while you are using it, it actually mutes your signal. That way you're not tuning over an active circuit. No one's going to hear you tuning your instrument while you press on the pedal. It's very adaptive, meaning that there's no switches on it. It's just that when you play the string, it intuitively knows which one that you're playing, and it tunes it accordingly. And so it's very nice and handy, convenient, adaptive, hands-free. The disadvantage to that one, even though it's got a great price on it, it's around $25, it does not have the battery option on it. So it has to be plugged in to an AC outlet for it to work. Otherwise, it's basically just a paperweight. But that's the trade-off you get. Hands-off convenience, adaptive technology that it just knows what you're trying to do and it just does it. It mutes the signal flow. That way you're not bothering anybody around you while you're tuning your instrument. And it does it everything quietly, but you have to plug it in. Okay, so point number 2 is guitar strap. This is going to be simple because I only use one. Okay, I've used different kinds in the past of all different flavors, so on and so forth, and I've narrowed it down to just one brand, one style. In fact, all of my guitars, including my regular 6-string guitar, has this strap. Why? Because it works, it's reliable, it's strong as all get, and above everything else, it's comfortable. It is the DiMarzio 3-inch. In fact, the part number for this, I'm looking at my notes here. This one is the DD2800. DD2800. What I love about it is the strap lock system. It just clips into the other end on the guitar, and it's on there. I mean, you literally have to just take a flying leap on a skateboard and maybe the thing will come off of you, but it hangs on to the guitar. Okay. Other straps they're made out of different material and they have like a hole, a slit that they cut through, and then you're supposed to like thread that around your strap lug on the guitar. Kind of risky. Sometimes they're on there, sometimes they're not. The guitar will fall off. We've all talked about in previous videos how guitars receive a lot of the damage. They are dropped. Get something that's going to hang on to it. It's very comfortable and easy to clean. These are like in the $20 range. I love them. I swear by this. I wish I was endorsed by DiMarzio because I really love their products. And there's a lot of things that I have that are made by DiMarzio. All of my guitars, all of them in this studio have this strap. Point number 3, really important. Get yourself a stand. Okay? Don't be like some people when they buy this instrument and they lean it up against the wall, they lean it up against the furniture, against something, and it falls. It's going to fall. I've seen some people take their guitar and lay it on its back. They're asking for problems. I have two stands there, but I also have other stands in this room. All of my guitars have a stand associated with it in case I need to have them all at my disposal. If they're not hanging on the wall, they're just not lying around. You don't want to do that. Don't do that. Put it on a stand if you're going to be using it frequently. Otherwise, keep it in the case. That's what the cases are for. Or
we apologize for interrupting this broadcast. The Attention Spam Police has determined that this video is way too long. We encourage you to click on the displayed link on your screen to resume to the next scheduled broadcast.